What's good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Monday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. I hope each and every one of you are doing great. And I hope you're having a good start of the week. And I wish you a good week forward. I hope that you guys and everybody watching this video just has a positive couple days. That would be my wish. If you could please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell notification button so you get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. There's a link in the description of most of my videos. So what's up, what's up, what's up? How you guys doing today? I'm doing good. Had a good start of the week, a little bit tired, but I figured today's a good day to do a video. I feel like it's been a little while. I'll probably get into a live stream sometime later in the week. But today we're going to talk about don't ever get ahead of yourself, get too comfortable, or let your situation of advantage put you in a disadvantage later on. Now let me explain what I mean. When we go to prison or jail, which is typically where it starts, a lot of the time when you get there, you'll meet some people, and it's really easy to start getting caught up in the subculture or the politics in the range, especially if you're not soft, especially if you're somebody who likes a little bit of that kind of action. You like to fight, you want to be involved in the smoking and the drinking and whatever's going on, and you put yourself out there, right? A lot of the time though, when you live on a range like that, for a substantial period of time, you build a bond, a friendship, a camaraderie with the guys on the block. And a lot of time, we can get ahead of ourselves, and some people can come on the block and they could be treated with utter disrespect, despite the fact that nobody has any idea who they are, where they're from, what they're capable of, what kind of status they have in the street. A lot of time, none of that matters because people are so caught up in what's going on in their behaviors on range that they carry on. And I've been involved in this, man. I've been involved in jumping somebody. I've told you the story where it backfired on me and I had a bunch of problems when I first started doing my pen bit. Good thing I had good homeboys who were riding for me, and it never really went bad for me, although it could have. But I've seen it a few times where it does go bad. I had a homeboy, okay? He was in a jail with me. He was a close friend of mine, okay? This guy got in a scrap with some dude, and he figured he was okay to scrap this dude because he's in his jail, he's got his homeboys, and this dude, although a name brand guy, is outnumbered right now, right? He's outnumbered. And I think this dude got ahead of himself. He scrapped the guy. He got involved in some politics that he didn't want to get himself involved in. And when he later on went down to the penitentiary, he had to answer for that and ended up getting poked up, stabbed right up. I know another dude who got involved in a bunch of prison politics. Felt like he was there. He was rolling with the squad. He had the back of the squad, and he probably did. He got out and ended up getting slapped out, getting shot. And for what? To involve yourself in prison politics and into scenarios that you didn't have to. When you go in to do your time, be humble, man. No matter what advantage you have on the block, be humble. Always look at that other person as if you could be in that situation. It's very easy to overlook that or take those things for granted. And you see it time and time again if you've done any substantial amount of time. Guys that are coming in through adult that are answering for things that they did years before, whether in young offender or in jail. When you're in jail, there's a lot of people getting punked off for their food. There's a lot of people getting extorted for canteen or whatever it is. There's a lot of subculture, right? And it's hard not to stick yourself in all of that. But when you do, when you involve yourself in all of those politics, then you have to take whatever comes with that. You got to remember, you could go into prison or into jail as a, what do you call them? somebody who's just rolling by themselves, okay? You are dolo. You don't need or want or know anybody inside. You just going in looking to do your time, right? Before long, though, you're going to meet people, and it doesn't matter. Eventually, you're going to make a friend or a few friends, and you're going to be getting the fuckery. It just is what it is. That's how jail and how prison works. And when you're in jail specifically, you see a lot of shady things. Guys getting robbed for their packages, guys getting stabbed up. Guys don't even know who they're stabbing. They're just getting involved in somebody else's beef. Guys fighting, and you just don't know what you're doing or who you're fighting or what you're getting yourself into. And I'm telling you, it results in backfiring all the time. Be humble. That's an important message to anybody who could possibly be going into prison or just in your everyday life. Be humble. Be empathetic. Try to put yourself in other people's shoes so you could possibly try to have some kind of an understanding of what they're going through, and then maybe you'll think twice before making certain decisions. And this isn't for the betterment of that person. This is for your own benefit. I knew two dudes when I was doing time in the pen. These two dudes were like this, bro. Homeboys. And both of them were a problem, okay? Run around smashing people. When you take one out, though, now everybody sees this person as vulnerable, and that's exactly what happened. One of them got out or went to max or whatever happened, and the other one got turned on by the whole prison and ended up having to check in. Not because he wasn't tough, but because he put himself in a situation that he can't win. Puff your chest out. Make yourself feel big, feel tough. That's all good and dandy if you're ready to accept whatever consequences comes your way. But I'm telling you, it never ends well for those dudes. You might get through years of time without ever having any problems. You might go through prison and jail after jail without anybody ever stepping to you because you can throw down and you're a problem. And then one day, somebody's stabbing you in the back of your neck from behind because you've become too much of a problem, and then they also have to handle it. And the only thing on your mind when you go to prison should be, how can I survive? How can I get out of here better than when I came in? Not how can I go in and make life as difficult for myself as possible? How can I get myself locked in segregation? How can I get myself jumped by as many people as possible? Go and do your time, relax, do some school, play sports, play cards, learn how to write, do something that strengthens your mind and makes you better for when you come out. The reality is, though, and this happened for me for a large portion of my jail doing life, I wasn't trying to hear it. I wanted to have as much fun as possible. I wanted to get in as much shit as possible. And that's just who I was, right? I wanted to break all the rules, right? I wanted to live recklessly. But what did I find myself doing? Getting refused to go to camp, never able to go to camp because all the times I ran away or had breaches or issues with my behavior, okay? Then when I'm doing time, I'm getting sentenced, I'm always going to the higher security jails, despite the fact that I'm on no violence. Parole, good luck. The only reason why I got parole last time was because I was going to rehabilitation, which carried me longer than my stat would have anyway. So if I just didn't go to rehab, I would have been out before that. I finally opened my eyes and saw that I was literally wasting my life and making myself dumber as I go, giving myself less opportunity to turn it around and actually have some kind of a civilized life, not in a prison cell or not scraping the streets in addiction. If you want to have a life after prison, you got to make sure you get out. And you got to make sure that when you do get out, you don't have a whole bunch of inherited beef that you inherited because you got involved in politics on the inside, or expectations because certain people rode for you and now they expect you to do certain things for them when they get out. Being a neutron is best case scenario. I'm telling you, go in for yourself, because you are when you get arrested, unless you got a bunch of coke use. When you get arrested, you go in alone. When you come out, you're coming out alone. None of those people are putting any money in your account for when you get out, or paying for your lawyers, or doing anything like that. So worry about yourself and what is best for you. When you get out, do you want to have the most stringent parole conditions you possibly have because you're on radar the whole time you're in the system? IPSO is crazy, man. If you're in the federal system and you're involved in the subculture, they're going to know. They're going to do your analysis on you. There's all kinds of rats in the system that are constantly telling them what's going on. So you're going to get onto their radar, and that's going to kill any chance you have at turning your life around and getting out of the system before stat and warrant expiry. Worry about yourself. Worry about your own personal safety. I can't tell you how many times when I was in the pen watching guys walk down the hallway, and as soon as they walk through the grill into the yard, there's guys there waiting for them because of some shit they did 10 years ago when they had the advantage and the upper hand. The prison population is very small. Once you've done a few bits, you're going to start seeing the same people over and over again. And guess what? Word travels real quick. Real quick. And if stuff goes left for you in the system, it's not only going to go left for you in one prison, word's going to get around and it's going to go left for you everywhere. And then you're going to be running. Running. I've seen so many guys come from out west, gang tattoos all over their face, and they just look scared. They thought it was cool to join a gang and get all the tattoos and have the status until it came to actual beef, till it came to actual war, and then they wanted nothing to do with it. That's why they're now out in Ontario begging everybody to leave them alone, despite the fact that they cracked out of a whole province when they could have just never joined the gang in the first place. Sometimes it's difficult to stand up for yourself, and it feels scary, but it's the best thing for you. Sometimes it's difficult to tell people no, especially in prison, especially if you're new, but it's the best thing for you. If somebody's going to kill you, they're going to kill you regardless, right? If somebody's that into coming to get you, they're going to come regardless. So what you need to do is worry about standing on your 10 toes. And if you go in there and you're humble, you treat people with respect, you don't try to get into nobody's politics or nobody's issues, guess what's going to happen? Everybody's going to be cool with you, and you're going to walk out at the end of your bit with no battle scars. And that's the best way to do it. Improve your life. Go to the gym. Get it some credits. Attend as much programming as possible. You can do NA, you can do AA in there, you can do woodworking, you can do arts and crafts, you could do a bunch of different things to just get your mind out of there. And while you're doing that, you can think about how you can improve your life. But if you go the other way, all you're going to be thinking about is what's going to happen, who's coming up behind me, and how am I going to get through the next week. It's crazy, bro. Prison can turn for guys like that. Specifically if you're running around being a piece of crap to people, or you think that you're better than people, or you're tougher than people. It always backfires. Obviously, I share my stories with you guys, so you guys don't have to go through these things yourself. If I could snap my finger, nobody goes back to prison. Nobody's addicted to drugs. Nobody has to do these things. That's what I do, but that's not a reality, especially in 2022. It's hard out here. Ribs is touching. People are starving. And sometimes that can land you in prison. Hopefully my videos can prepare you so when you go in, you're not disrupting the whole prison. You're not pissing everybody off. And that way it's safer for you. And when you go in, you have kind of some kind of an expectation of what to expect and what is going to come your way. And that way it's better for both. If you could please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell notification button to get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of most of my videos. The bigger they are, brother, the harder they fall. And when you're doing time, you might have a squad, but not everybody in your squad is going to be in that prison with you forever. And a lot of the times, you can be all alone with a bunch of people that you shitted on. When Person died on my range in the dawn, that's exactly what happened. Dude comes on the range, he had some pull the last time he was on the block. You thought he was going to have the same pull this time on the block, and it cost him his life. It's not worth it. It's never worth losing your life in prison, especially just to get yourself caught up in some politics. Love each and every one of you. The New Mac.